All right. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for hopping on tonight. It's July 16th, and I'm going to have everybody just mute themselves if they could. There we go. All right. So, welcome. My name is Robin Eisenbeis, and I know most people, although I'm not sure who 708 is. And Mandy, I don't think we've met, have we? I don't think so. But it's great to see you. And Lisa Grayville, welcome back. Looks like you're back home.
Thank you.
And Leah, welcome everyone. We have Taylor from Dubai who's calling in, but it's like 4 a.m. I mean, that is that dedication. We have no excuse, right? 8 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, she gets up at 4 a.m. to hi Amy to call in. So just really quickly, I just for okay, Taylor, you are totally distracting me with these private messages. Hi, Kim. It's 4 a.m. in Dubai, and Taylor is on, of course. So anyway, so my name is Robin Eisenbeis. I'm a national marketing director. I live in Cary, North Carolina. And I am the national marketing director for Team Take Flight. We have an awesome team, and just wanted to just briefly share my story. And I heard about Juice Plus about 6 years ago, and it made sense. I had at the time two children, teenagers, one middle schooler, all athletes, and I knew that we were not eating enough fruits and vegetables. So I came home from a meeting. I attended an event. Actually, Kim Dalzell was there, and Dr. Ann Smithson were the speakers. Did not know either of them. I was a guest at this event. So I always like to tell that to people, because when you're inviting to events, make sure you always say, when they say yes, they're coming, do you have a friend that could also come along? Because look at, you never know. The person who invited me isn't even in the business, never was. And I caught the vision and locked arms, and 3.5 years later was national marketing director. So, but I do want to say that I'm married to an oncologist, an MD, PhD. And when I shared Juice Plus with him, he was really skeptical. So if you have spouses, partners who just are like, what in the world is this? Think about what makes them make decisions. For my husband, he's a researcher. It took me a couple of months. It actually took my daughter getting sick again to realize that if he saw the research behind Juice Plus, it would make sense to him. And Dr. Smithson came over, showed Charlie the research, and within 5 minutes, we signed up for the products and the business the same day, because with 3 children, I knew that financially it would make sense. And it has been a total blessing for our family. 2 months after saying yes to the business and the product, his private practice closed. And I had been a stay-at-home mom for 17 years, not bringing in any extra income. It was a complete wake-up call for me. So I always encourage people, have a plan B, C, D. You just never know. And I'm just going to ask everybody just to mute themselves. I'm going to try to do that while I'm talking here. And so I really had a strong why. And we're going to talk about that today. I wanted to make at least $500 per month just to help our family. And so I did not reinvent the wheel. I did as I was, guided by my sponsors, and I just got to work, talked to a lot of people. And I just got back from an unbelievable training this weekend. And Lauren Slocum Lahav, if you know that name, she is, I don't even know now, 500 plus club. She's doing extremely well in this business. Even she says that she's not talking to enough people. So when you hear somebody at that caliber, it drives you to even want to do more, right? So saying yes to the business, getting to work, hitting national marketing director, 2 awesome things. One, our family, my children who are now older, my oldest son is 22, my youngest daughter is 16, see me as a winning mom. But the best part is we have, as part of our corporate benefits package, a full benefits package as national marketing director. And I actually just talked to my son about this today. He's a VF, almost a sales coordinator. And I reminded him, when you turn 26, you lose your parents' benefits. And his eyes just like popped open, like, what? So, when you're talking to young kids, or if you don't have your own insurance, get to Q or NMD as fast as you can so you get to be a part of this amazing, amazing program. So that is my quick story. I want to just ask for everybody to raise your hand if you were a qualifier last month, in the month of June. Raise your hand. Awesome. And some people are looking at me like, what's a qualifier? So a qualified business is 1,000 points per month, okay? And that's our goal. When you reach virtual franchisee, okay, so you have one team member, 2,000 points, the next month you are eligible to be qualified, okay? And your sponsor can help you with this if you're not familiar with what it is. But by being qualified, you earn an extra 5% commission. And this boot camp I just attended, Brian Rose, who's an amazing trainer, had a really great visual. And if you're part of my team, it's on our team page. If not, send me a message and I'll send you the training, or I'll post on Team Summit. But it's so clear when you can see how important it is and why you qualify, you want to do it every month and never. I had one team member, she's a brand new VF last month. So this month she'll qualify. And she said, do I need to do it next month too? I'm like, you do it every single month to earn an extra 5% on your team's orders. So it's really, really key. So my next question is, or actually kind of comment, is personal development. So we really, in this business, we have so much information that we can learn from our own company. We have the mission-driven-model.info. We have Healthy Living Revolution. We have the Freedom Revolution. I mean, there's so much available. Hang on one second. That we just have to be students, right? We have to put in the time and to learn. I probably didn't have to go to this boot camp that was in Charlotte, 2.5 hours away. But you know what? I got up at 3 a.m. because I want to be better. I want to make a bigger difference in this world. I want to see a bigger paycheck. And so I really encourage you, wherever you are, to look for trainings. If you can't go to places, oh my gosh, right now at the Freedom Revolution, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights, and then Thursdays at lunch, there's a 30-minute Freedom Revolution call that you can invite people to, and you can learn. And if you see somebody that you really like how they present, you can learn how to be like them. So I really just want to encourage anyone. And I'd actually like to see a raise of hands of who attended conference. If you were in Phoenix, yep, it was Phoenix, right? Indiana. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. Well, okay, who's going to Tampa? Raise your hand. I hope. Excellent. I love seeing all these hands up, because if you don't get to these conferences, you don't move your businesses forward. Chris, I'm so glad, and Andy, I love seeing these hands up that you're planning to go, because it is a game changer. You really need to be at these events. Okay, so I know you're all on this call to hear about Get Over Your Damn Self. All right, if you have read this book or listened to it, raise your hand. Newbies. Even better. Okay, so nobody can say, Robin, she didn't say that. This book, I really recommend. Okay, it's a pretty, I don't know how many chapters, maybe 16. If you are an Audible person, it's a great book to listen while you're working out, while you're driving. I listened to it up and back from Charlotte. And, oh, Taylor, I'm really glad to hear that you raised your hand too, that you are planning to be in Tampa. From Dubai. What excuse do we have, right? Okay, so her name is Rami Newstad. I have a very quick presentation, PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to have a short video that you can hear her voice, but she's the actual speaker for the audio. And there is some kind of foul language, but you know what? As Lauren Lahav always says, I'm going to kick you in the butt and hug you at the same time. And if you want to do this business, you need somebody like Rami, I think it's Rami, or, any of us NMDs that will help you do that. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. And let's see here. Okay, here we go. Can everybody see my screen right now? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. So we're going to start here. So Get Over Your Damn Self. That's what the cover looks like. And I'm going to play this 2-minute video so you can all hear her. Give me a thumbs up if you can actually see the video. It's starting. Can you see it? Okay.
Hi, I'm Romy Neustadt, and I believe that everyone has the potential to grow the business of their dreams and create the life they really want. And that includes you. I'm a mom and a former corporate chick. First I was a lawyer, then a PR executive. But I traded in the billable hour for more time and financial freedom through network marketing. I built a 7-figure business in less than 3 years that allowed me and my doctor husband, John, to design the life we really wanted. And I love unlocking the potential in others so they too can choose how they live and work, parent, and play. Now, if I had my way, I'd be able to work one-on-one with everyone who wants to build a 6 or 7-figure business. But since that is impossible, I wrote a book to give you the most important things I've learned about building a strong and sustainable income. It's called Get Over Your Damn Self, the No BS Blueprint to Build a Life-Changing Business. In this labor of love, I'm giving you the same direct, no BS coaching I've given to tens of thousands to help you acquire the skills to build this sucker and to teach your team to do the same. And equally important, I'll work on your mindset so you stop overcomplicating it all and stop letting the negative voices in your head win. You're going to learn the posture to connect confidently with anyone about your business and your products. The possibilities for a lucrative, efficient, and enormously fun turnkey business. And the power that's already within you to build the life you really want, if you dare. And I'm donating a part of the profits of every book sold to support the health and education of women and kids. I want to help you become the leader you want to have on your team and that you were meant to be. Come on and join me. And together, we'll help you get over your damn self.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Good, okay. All right, here, let me get back to this. All right. All right, it's kind of hard to read, sorry. But it says, building a successful network marketing business isn't just about developing your business. It's about developing you. The inner work is even more important to get to the big bucks and time freedom. So here we go. And I'm telling you, this is just like a really quick synopsis. I have just tons of outlines and highlights in here. Okay, the 4 reasons people fail and why that won't be you. Number 1, they aren't coachable. Number 2, they don't treat this like a business. Number 3, they're not willing to get uncomfortable. And number 4, they're not hungry enough. So every one of those reasons has very specifics in the book, but I'm just giving you the clip notes of this whole book. So why are you here? You need a bulletproof why. And I know we all hear you have to have a why that will make you cry, right? To get you through the tough times. And that why has to be about you and for you. So it's not, that you want to have enough money for your kids to go to college. It's about you, okay? So we're going to work on this a little bit, but there's some really great training, and I'm going to keep referring everybody back to the mission-driven model. If you don't have a bulletproof why, find the part or talk to your sponsor about where to find it on the mission-driven model. So get into action. I just want you to write down a piece of paper right now, just very quickly. What do you want to accomplish? And let's think about, what do you want to accomplish? When do I want to accomplish it? And why do I want to accomplish it? I always put everything, I base my goals on upcoming conferences. So Tampa is October 18th through 20th. So we have, how many months is that? August, September, October, 2.5? Is that it? 2.5 months. So if there's something that and we have people that hit Fast Track Sales Coordinator in a month or in 2 months. So if you are brand new, that could be a goal. If you're ready to really get over your damn self, you could do that in 2.5 months. Okay, does everybody give me a thumbs up if you've written down something? Okay. So your list is your life. Make it a long one. None of us know what anyone is thinking. I need to move this, hang on a second. So all the time and energy you spend speculating is a waste. And the key to adding to your list all the time is to get out of your house and make new friends every day. I mean, there's so much I could talk about in every single one of these slides, but we'll get through it and then we'll have a discussion. So what's your story? If you have not gone through this product and business story that, again, is in Mission Driven Model and also on the Freedom Revolution website, I would recommend you do this. And if you did it like 2 years ago or 4 years ago or 8 years ago, whenever you joined the business, do it again because your story continues to change. Okay? All right, I love this. Okay, reach out rules. And this is almost something that, and if you buy the book, you can just print this out, or you can probably even just Google it. If you remember these reach out rules, you will have so much success in this business. Number 1, don't be attached to the outcome of any one conversation. 2, don't be on the hunt. 3, less is more. 4, be authentic. 5, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. 6, if you find yourself convincing, stop it. 7, listen. Really listen. 8, work from appointment to appointment. 9, don't count your chickens. 10, lead with the business. Default to the product. And I want to repeat that one because that is different for people that have been in the business for a while. We used to always start with the product and then talk about the business. If you start with the business, then you talk about the product. Don't leave rambling voicemails. Number 12, lead with what's in it for them. WIIFT. Number 13, if it's a no to the business, ask about the product and then ask for referrals. And number 14, don't end the conversation without talking about becoming your customer first. So let's just say somebody's like, wow, that sounds really cool. So now what? So our company, we talk about the 3-way calls all the time. Raise your hand if you've ever done a 3-way call. They are very, very powerful because you don't have to be the expert. The person that you connect your prospect to can help you with whatever their questions are, and it goes much, much better. So this is how powerful it is. You crave the 3-way call, and then you master the 3-way call so that once you do enough of them with your sponsor, then you will be doing them for your team members, and they're really, really fun. So objections. We want to encourage objections because then we know either that they're interested or they have a question, right? So Loretta Koth has done a really excellent training on objections, again, in the mission-driven model. I have to tell you all, when I was reading this book and working on this presentation for tonight, I just thought we are so lucky that we have a company that has already put together this training for us. We have training for every single thing, whether it's how to invite you through a call, how do you write your product story, business story, how do you handle objections? It's all available for us. So this one's very interesting. Difficulty, if your prospect is having a difficult time making a decision or maybe goes MIA, or it could be a team member too. So most of the time, you'll find the answer is you're not asking enough questions. Or you need to talk to enough people and you will find people who are ready. So I oftentimes have team members who might say, I just can't get anybody to join my team. And when I ask them, well, how many people have you talked to this week? It's a really low number. You need to really get out and talk to a lot of people, almost to the point where when you don't hear back from that person, you really don't even know. It's not painful, right? Okay. And that leads me into the fortune is in the follow-up. And this is so true. I used to have, I do have, I can't believe I just found this. Wasn't planning to show this. So I can't remember what training I was doing, but it says, I'm an educator of options. 80% of sales. Kim, this is actually when you came to Raleigh and we did this training. 80% of sales are made on the 5th through the 12th contact. Is that crazy? So when you are talking with somebody and they say no, that's number one. You want to have, and the next thing I'm going to talk about here. These are how you can reconnect with people, okay? So you think, well, I've already reached out to them and they didn't respond, or they said no, whatever. You can call back and maybe there's something new. We have Omegas. Are they on the Omegas? Update them on your new business, on your business, sorry. Let's just say that, you just got, 3 new team members and you are super excited and you want to call them and just say, I'm expanding in Wisconsin. Who do you know that might be in Wisconsin that might be interested? Number 2, new products. Number 3, event in their city. You can go to the virtual office and find out where all of our events are being held. You don't have to be there. Find out who's organizing and make sure that they are able just to welcome them. Good news or media coverage. Fruits and vegetables are always in the news, right? Send them a text of something that you just saw. To be a go-giver, it's all about how you can serve. It doesn't have to be about Juice Plus. Maybe you saw a recipe and your friend likes Brussels sprouts. Send them a recipe. It keeps them fresh. You are fresh in their mind when you do that. Kids starting school, or maybe there's a new baby. Give them, as she says, 4 months after the new baby and they're back to work and they're miserable. And they don't want to leave that baby. Perfect opportunity to talk about how great your business is and how you have, a couple new stay-at-home moms that are absolutely loving what they're doing. Or someone like them succeeds. Maybe it's a nutritionist and you have a new nutritionist that's on your team and they're just, hitting all these promotions. Call them and tell them about that person. So that's how you can get that, 5th through the 12th engagement. Okay. Duplication. We can teach. And I have to remind myself of this all the time because sometimes I think I'm doing a good job and it's not always about us. Okay. We can teach. We can coach. We can inspire. We can collaborate. We can laugh. We can have fun together. We can dream. We can plan. But we can't motivate. That has to come from within us, within each of us. But we can share a system that's duplicatable so when they're ready, they can soar. Okay. All right. Okay, so the stuff we tell ourselves, and again, her language is a little colorful, but we'll just keep this clean. This is what we say to ourselves. I don't have any time for this. I'm way too busy. I'm working full time. I just don't have time for this. I'm talking to enough people. I just can't do this business. I've recruited enough people. This blew my mind away. When Lauren Lahav talked about how many frontline people she had, and I don't tell you this to scare you, 130 frontline reps. And 15 of those are really working their businesses. That's huge, isn't it? So when you think you have enough frontline, add more. Keep adding, adding, adding. You might say, I've got a runner. Or you might say, I can only sell products. I don't need 3-way calls. I don't have the right network. I don't want to be that person who people want to run from. This should be easier. I'm not a leader. I'll make mistakes. We can tell ourselves so much stuff. Just as Rami says, just stop. Just stop. You hear it in your head, stop and pick up the phone and call somebody. Okay. Do we want to look back and know we are brave and audacious, or do we want to have lived a life of excuses? That, I think, is so powerful. I know what I want to do. And this is actually really good just about, hang on one second. So in our industry, sometimes we run into people that may have already heard of Juice Plus, or I'm having a hard time with this, the people here. Okay. So karma, if you discover that the person you're talking to has heard about your company before, then do the right thing and push her or him back to the rep. When you ignore your gut, that's when you get into trouble. So just ask a question. I mean, it's the first question I ask. Have you heard of Juice Plus? And they will either say yes or no. If they say yes, oh, tell me, how did you hear about it? And they may say, well, I heard about it from my neighbor. And you ask more and more questions. We just want, because as she talks about karma, and I don't even need to say more because I think we all get it, right? This chapter was so good. So she figured out that as a network marketing professional, our time is worth $962 an hour. So when you are taking a lot of time organizing your desk or folding your laundry or doing things that are not working your business, and you really have a big goal, just think $1,000 an hour. She talked quite a bit about self-care, and I'll just read some of these, physical condition, awareness, kindness, choices, attention, priorities, community, slow down. Kim has told me that numerous times. Support, pleasure, and acceptance. So we really do want to make sure we give ourselves really good self-care. And that's my family. I forgot what that chapter was about. I think it was... family fair. That's so if you have heard my National Marketing Director speech, if you haven't, you could just Google on the Juice Plus web YouTube page, or just Robin Eisenbeis, Juice Plus, probably will pop up. This youngest daughter right here, Dorrit, she, everybody was very involved. My husband, physician, I mean, he would always help me with events and, come to, presentations that we have. Oliver and Lydia are both on the team, but Dorrit is only 16. And when I started out, she was 12, and she wrote me little note cards. If you follow me on Facebook, you may have seen this, but encouraging words. So get your family involved, set a goal. Maybe you want to go to Disney World. And so every time you're on the phone, like, Mom, you're on the phone again, you have that picture of Disney World, and you set a timeline of when you're going. And it reminds them of why you're doing this business and that they're helping you. Fear. We get cloaked in fear, and over time it can become so thick and heavy that it keeps us from remembering our dreams. And I thought I'd have so much more time, but there's like 3 pages of fears. Rejection, fear I won't meet new people, fear I don't have what it takes. I mean, we all can make up these fears, and they're just fears, okay? And that is the end of the book. So, wow, that was really fast. Who wants to read this now after hearing about it? Everybody excited? It is really, I really just encourage you, get on Audible, order from Amazon, go to the library, get it, and maybe you want to partner with some people and have like a book club with, other teammates to keep you accountable and to talk about what these issues are that might be holding you back, because we've all gone through them at some point, or we continue to go through them. We have new things that we continue to go through. And I just really want to thank you all for being on the call tonight. And if you'd like to say anything, if you just unmute yourself, and we have 1 minute. So who would like to say anything? And if not, we can just close the call.
I think we should all unmute and give Robin some love for an awesome training that she did.
Oh,
how about that?
Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks, Robin. That
You're
was
welcome. You're very welcome. And, post on, if you get the book, post, on Facebook or Instagram that you're reading this book. I know Sarah has done that, and a lot of other people, because it's showing that you're invested in your future and that you are becoming a better person. You want to learn. And, hang on 1 second. We all have to just keep reading and growing, and it's just really fun. So, so thank you all very much. And you're very welcome, Andy. I love all these comments coming in. And So if you do not have goals for Tampa, reach out to your sponsor. You have 2.5 months. That is a lot of time to hit some, whether it's to be qualified or, hit the next promotion. We want to celebrate. We're having this huge party in Tampa, and we want to see a lot of people there and celebrate a lot of people. So let's just all do it. So have a great night, everyone, and thanks again. Bye.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Welcome. Goodbye.
Nice
Thank
job.
you, Robin. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye. Oh, I need to stop recording here.